pretty cool.
Okay. Welcome to the Popping Popcorn Podcast. I am your co-host, Devin, and unfortunately, Braden can't make it today. But we have two very special guests.
Special?
Very special. Very special.
Do you have a special guest every week?
Not as special as us.
Right, yeah. So I have my beautiful brother and his beautiful fiance, Tyler and Lexi. Say hi.
Yes. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, they're cool.
Hey, I'm his brother.
Yeah, he brought his camera and everything, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
It's gonna be pretty.
Yeah, so I invited him out to the podcast because, Braden can't do it.
Kai.
That was Kai. That was the dog. Anyway.
We're going deep today. That's what we're
going deep. Yeah, they really want to talk about, super deep stuff, so.
The deep stuff. That's what we like.
It's gonna be fun. Anyways, how have you guys been? What have you guys been up to recently?
Work. Adulting.
Yeah, because you guys
all that boring
moved
stuff.
out recently.
Yeah.
How's that been?
Pretty good, yeah.
Pretty good.
It's been chill.
Is it just nice that you're finally free?
Yeah.
Well,
but it's kind of weird.
Bills. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird at the same time.
It's nice choosing what you're gonna eat every day.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I've also
thing.
It doesn't look like it much, but I've definitely lost. We both lost weight because our parents make some food, man.
Yeah. They say they always make the diet food. It's keto.
It's diet because it doesn't make you gain 10 pounds. It makes you gain 7.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A little less.
Well, I've been doing a lot of music stuff.
Oh, yeah. With your band, Saint Raven. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah,
you're a rock band.
I've been just writing a lot and...
So you have been working videos on new music?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
The next album, I wrote a pretty good one last night. It's pretty cool.
Epic, bro.
Yeah. Epic. Did a Arabian Nights cover, did that video. I've just been so busy. Been playing the next show, all that stuff.
All right. Well, Saint Raven, go check him out. This isn't, we can use this as an ad, but, go follow us on Instagram and Twitter, pop_podcast.
Whoa.
Wow.
It's
kind of underscores.
No, it's like a pop. Pop _ pop. It's like actual popping popcorn because it's got those...
Yeah, we don't even have popcorn. We had one episode where we had popcorn.
We were actually talking about that.
Yeah, I was like, did they ever actually have popcorn?
Maybe that's the joke, is that we're called the Popping Popcorn Podcast.
You guys should get a popcorn machine and just have it going in the background.
The whole time.
The whole time.
Really
and
have
it overflow the whole time.
And
just
confuse your guests with it.
Yeah.
So every time they come in here, they have to talk like this because
it's so loud.
Yeah,
I'd love that.
Cool.
Honestly, that'd be great.
I don't know how much the listeners would like it.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that. Yeah, right. You guys listen to a lot of podcasts, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Joe Rogan stuff.
Joe Rogan Experience, man.
It's kind of weird because it's
great.
I only really listen to one podcast.
Pretty much. Same.
And it's it's I'll rarely watch it, so it's kind of funny because it's I'm doing one, yet I don't really.
Well, what podcast?
The H3 podcast.
H3?
Yeah, it's with Ethan Klein and Ela Klein, and they'll have celebrities on it all the time. So Post Malone was on it 3 times or something because they're his best friends, and then they had Logic and his dream guest is Elon Musk. But he hasn't got him yet.
Joe Rogan.
I know.
Got him.
Everybody.
Joe Rogan. Of course, Joe Rogan got him.
Dude, Joe Rogan's so good, man. You gotta really dive into his podcast because what's good about him is his diversity of podcasts.
Talks about a lot of stuff.
Dude, he has any kind of scientist you can think of, physicists, mathematicians, and biologists. Then he has comedians come on, actors.
Yeah.
And,
but does he talk about the stuff nobody else talks about?
Oh, yeah.
That's our slogan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what?
He talks about everything, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're supposed to talk about the stuff nobody else talks about, so.
Well, let's do it.
What are things people don't talk about?
What's your favorite color?
Purple.
Purple? What's your favorite color?
6.
No. 6. Black.
Black's classy, but if we're going on the
black is not even a color.
Okay,
black is lack of color.
She's an artist, so she always calls me out on that.
Beep.
Probably red or blue.
Calls you out on that stuff, Tyler. Stuff. Now I gotta beep you out.
It didn't even. It just slipped my mind, man. Like I don't even.
Millennials.
Anyway, and on the color wheel. What's your favorite color? Beep.
Man.
Tyler.
I just making him work hard for those edits.
I know, whatever. It's fine.
Say that.
Do a
what?
podcast with us
What's your favorite color on the color wheel?
Like red or blue.
Red or blue? I'm wearing a lot of maroon right now.
You guys
honestly, that might be.
You guys are like twinning right now.
Look at us.
Look at you, brothers.
It's like we came out of the same person.
Whoa.
Wow.
It's like we're brothers or something. Anyway,
Roscoe.
He's like,
He's
what
just
do I do?
Dude, we just did like the wave with our voices. Roscoe.
Anyway, oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, we have like favorite colors and stuff. Do you guys have a second favorite color? Because like there's this thing where it's like you have your favorite color and then you have your second favorite color, but it's like, why isn't your second favorite your first favorite? Because it's just colors, right?
Yeah.
It's all preference at that point, right?
Yeah.
I'd say my second is probably blue. Maybe, I don't know. I'm too indecisive. I can barely pick one.
Yeah, I think my favorite color is probably blue, and then second is maroon. Even though I wear more
red.
Yeah, I wear more maroon than blue. Like this is like my maroon outfit. I'm wearing the amount of times I said maroon pants, flannel. That's it.
Do you plan your outfits?
Yeah, kind of.
I just like go through my drawer. I'm like, that's dirty. Oh, this is clean. I'll put it on.
I try not to plan outfits because I just get mad if I can't find them.
Yeah, so's the girl that cried about the pants.
I cried about pants once.
I get mad about it, but it's like I don't know. It's like definitely this year I started to focus more on like my style a lot more. Because I mean, like in 8th grade, I literally just slapped on blue jeans and a blue hoodie every single day. Yeah. Like all blue, and I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Right?
You were sad, man.
Right?
Really sad.
8th grade. 8th grade was like
the emo phase.
Yeah, exactly. 8th grade was like everybody's emo phase. Like nobody knew what they was doing in 8th grade.
Right?
No one knows what they're.
8th grade was a bad time.
No one knows what they're doing now.
No one knows what they're doing ever.
Yeah,
exactly.
True.
Honestly, people pretend that they know what they're doing.
Nobody has it together.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing too. Like you kind of have to make sure that you don't have that mindset of like, oh, I have it together, because like you're not gonna. Have it together. Well, not even just that, but that kind of mindset kind of makes it impossible to grow. You know, like if you're like, oh yeah, I'm doing just perfect in life and this and that, then you just kind of hit this plateau and you're not going up anymore.
Yeah, and you just don't want to go anywhere anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see that.
No, for real though. Like, I don't know. That's kind of something I've been trying to train myself in recently. It's just trying to have that growth mindset.
Yeah.
That's good.
And especially with being in music and stuff like that. Like, I have to always be constantly thinking of like, what's my next move and blah,
I know.
blah.
It's so hard to like keep writing. You know, it's like
it can be.
Yeah.
It kind of depends. Like, it's not necessarily hard to keep writing. It's hard to stay like inspired.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can't just force it all out.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's hard. It really is, you know? Like, one time I wrote a song that was like, sometimes it takes me like weeks to write songs, or like months even.
Mm-hmm.
But like my most recent one, I just did, it was all in one night. Yeah. It was like 10:30 or like 11 or something. It was a school night. I go to bed at like 11, right? And I was like, no, screw it, I'm writing a song. And I had stayed up till like midnight and just wrote it all.
I can't tell you how many times when I was in school that I stayed up until like 4 a.m. just writing something. Yeah, writing is weird. Like, you kind of, like, for me at least, like, sometimes stuff comes out in like literally 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. Like, you know the song Hierarchy? Yeah. So on the way to the studio, I wrote all the lyrics.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I know you struggled a little bit with that one, remember?
Yeah, I had to rewrite it.
Yeah.
But I ended up figuring out
my wrote all the lyrics within.
Yeah, and then once I figured it out. Like,
yeah.
And like a song like Petrified was done in one session pretty much, you know. But then there's songs that take me weeks. Mm-hmm. Some of them never get finished.
Yeah.
And that's what you kind of learn with doing, when you're writing a lot of songs, dude.
Kai,
stop licking yourself, man. That's gross, dude.
I'm getting him out of here.
Get him out of here.
Kai Roscoe, get
him out of here.
Get out of here. Kai, come on.
Come on.
Kai, let's go.
Look, now
Let's
he's
go.
trying to go.
Let's go. Kai.
He's like, but I missed them.
Go on.
No, for real though. With your, when you're writing a lot of music, like, you'll learn that you'll use like maybe 10% of the songs that you like.
Yeah.
Like once you get to a point where you're going into a studio and things like that. Mm-hmm. Like for me, even like with an EP, like EP has 5 songs, right?
Yeah.
But those 5 songs are chosen from a list of probably 20, 25 songs, and the other ones go to hell pretty much. They just get buried and then forgotten.
Lexi, have you ever tried to write any music?
I've tried. Never succeeded.
I mean, yeah.
Every time I try, it just comes out really cheesy. So.
She's got a pretty voice, though.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
It's pretty.
It's pretty.
It's a typical chick voice.
So,
I don't know.
At least you can sing
it's
in
nothing
tune.
special.
But you can sing in tune and on time.
Yeah, that's what matters, really.
Yeah.
Like,
true.
It's funny because it's like, in choir, we always have a 4th term project. Like, every 4th term we have to go in front of the class, and our project is like to sing a song.
Yeah.
Right? Sing a song just by ourselves. Yeah. We can either do it by ourselves, in a duo, trio, quartet,
with like
whatever.
the different sections.
Yeah, but like, it's however many people you have, that's how many parts you have. So it's like easier to do it by yourself, but it's also scarier to do it by yourself.
Yeah.
But I want to do Lovely by Billie Eilish with my friend Natalie. And like, she's just like really scared to do it. And I'm like, it's better to do it with somebody else than like
I agree.
by yourself. And it'd be easy, and I think it'd sound like really good.
Yeah.
But she's just like nervous about it.
I had to do that once. I got so nervous.
Sorry, Natalie.
I did so bad. In 7th grade, I had to sing in front of my whole choir class.
Oh, God.
I almost passed out.
Yeah, like it's
I was so shy back then.
It was it's pretty bad, and it was funny because last year we did I did a trio with like 3 of my friends, or no, 2 of my friends, and we did Take on Me. So like we were like dancing and like doing stuff, and we all hit the high note. Like we could have done parts on the high note, but we all just hit it anyway.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's a better way
to
do it.
It was so fun. It was a good time.
Dude, nerves is hard to get over. Like,
they really are, huh?
It took me a bit. I used to be terrified of singing in front of people.
Really?
Oh yeah, I hated singing in front of people. Like I
when
couldn't do it. I was like.
When do you think you got over it?
When I performed on the stage for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Once
on the talent show?
Yeah, I did a talent show in like 9th grade, I think. And before that, I'd only sing like to 10 people tops. You know, like my church youth group at the time when I was religious. I'm not going to get into that subject today.
Yeah, no.
And yeah, I ended up singing in front of like 100 people. And I was nervous. The song I chose was this Alice in Chains song called Nutshell, you know?
Right.
You know that, but they
don't
know that. But the guitar intro is like super long.
Yeah.
So the whole time I'm playing the guitar, I'm like super nervous. But right when I hit the first note, the first note, I actually hit the note, and then
it chilled.
It was just smooth.
Exactly. That's not how I am. I shake the whole time. Like,
Exactly.
even when I sing karaoke at my house, I'm like, ugh.
It's like, different.
I get so
It's
nervous.
totally different, though.
It
like, it's one thing you singing in front of, like, some friends and stuff like that.
I get nervous either way. I can't.
And when you sing for, like, hundreds of people, like you go into this weird, like, meditation, you know? Like, it's just kind of there. And I'm sure it's just going to get more intense as... You know, I can't imagine what shows in front of thousands of people would be like.
Yeah.
It's like, because when I did the solo for choir in Earth Angel, it was like so weird because I barely even like remember it. Like, I remember the build up to it
it's
and everything,
your adrenaline.
but then actually singing, I don't really remember it at all. I do remember just like, I remember when I walked up like kind of swaying and then like I started singing and then I just remember the audience was just kind of like black.
Yeah.
And all I was like focusing on was like the mic and like the stage.
That's what I do when I sing in front of people.
So
I just stare at the microphone. I'm like, don't make eye contact with anybody.
I like to stare at the microphone too. It's
nice.
It just kind of happens.
Keeps you focused.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of happens.
There's this one time when I was doing death metal where it was like the album release show, and I swear I got like possessed or something. Like it was pretty much that. It was that level of like concentration, you know. Like I was playing this song and I got so into it, and like the strumming pattern is like a and I started doing this. Like I just started strumming it like super hard, and I just like I almost started like making fun of it. It was weird. I got in this super strange state of mind.
Whoa.
Like I started like screaming it all weird, you know, and because I just felt like this super intense feeling. I can't even describe it. Yeah. It's like the only time I ever felt it on stage, but it was like it was almost like a ego death in a way. Like I was
ego death.
Yeah, I was like losing myself. Like I started to like not be me. Right. And this crowd, like this wasn't there anymore. It was like this weird, like transcendent moment when I came back. The power within. Yeah. It was weird. It was really weird.
Dang. And that was just like in death metal, like not recently at all.
Yeah, that was like.
You think it was because like you got so into it? Maybe you just kind of like blacked out.
Yeah, in a way.
Dang.
It's kind of cool. There's almost like a weird sign from the universe. Like after that, because the next day I saw 2 freaking crows go. And then they flew by. Crow. I was like, huh. And then a couple years later, the King Saint Raven. It was weird.
Yeah, okay. And your first debut EP was called Crow.
Yeah.
All right.
It's weird stuff.
That is pretty cool.
I keep catching myself on those swears. I'm like, weird stuff.
Good job. Yeah. It's a PG show.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying.
I think we'll probably
shepherd.
I think we'll probably go like, not PG later on.
Yeah.
But like as of right now,
well, because you guys are still younger too. Yeah.
Yeah, that too. You know.
Yeah, but PG-13 allows one F word.
Ooh.
It does.
I don't know.
Just one.
I don't know though, because it on like some of the forums or whatever, it's like are you clean or explicit or something.
Okay, YouTube's version of PG is a whole different story though.
Yeah, YouTube is. But we also post on Spotify, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Nice. I guess I just don't care enough. I'm like if I post anything online, it's gonna be she let him in, dude.
Let him
out. We just
let him
out. Oh, dude, she lets both of them.
Come on, doggies.
Go. Get out of here.
More editing for you, I guess.
Woo!
Thanks, Mom.
It sounded like you guys weren't talking about whatever.
You see why I moved out? No kidding.
Okay. Joking, Mom. Okay.
Dude, no joke. Do you know how many times I was like recording something, like just like a little demo thing, like once I had written a song, and I was like almost all the way through it,
right?
And all of a sudden she comes in, and it's like, "Hey, South, did you do the dishes?"
I know.
And I'm like,
I remember you'd like be recording a cover, and then like,
I just
hear Mom
video.
Tyler! I was like, Mom, be quiet.
My God, it's not perfect.
She's like, why do I have to be quiet? And it's like, Mom.
Dude, she interrupts me, and then it takes me like
it's funny.
20 more takes.
It's fun. Okay. Yeah, it really be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that.
Anyway, here's the topic.
What were we talking about?
Before she I don't know. You're talking about your band and then stuff.
My band.
We're done with your band.
Well, anyway, here's the topic.
Get it? You're
do you
band.
think? Okay. Do you think there are like hidden worlds on our on the Earth?
I think there's hidden worlds everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I think there's a hidden world inside our heads.
Whoa.
There really is. Like, if you think about, like,
where do thoughts come?
Maybe not intelligent life, but like hidden worlds of microbes, bacteria, anything like.
Yeah.
Everywhere there's different life.
Yeah. I thought. Okay, sorry. Space. We'll get back to that topic in a second, but I just thought of something when you said like microbes and bacteria.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So I said this on a previous podcast, and I think I did, but it was kind of weird. I don't think really, like they understood it, but it wasn't like mind blowing. Like for me, it was mind blowing.
Yeah.
But like, okay, it was a shower thought. All right, I was taking a shower.
Yeah.
It was a Zen moment, so I understood everything. Okay.
You became one with the universe.
Exactly. So what my like little theory was, I was in the shower and I was thinking about space, right? And how space is like so huge, and there's like so much like space in between like our planets and in between like other galaxies and everything.
Yeah, dude,
right?
I was just talking to my coworker today. I was like looking at the sun, it was like blinding, and I'm like, dude,
Why are you looking at the sun?
No, I mean like we're thinking about the sun,
He's
but
thinking
the
about
it.
sunlight just like, you know, and I'm like, dude, isn't it crazy that to us like that looks like the size of the moon, but it's 93 million miles away.
It's huge.
Oh yeah, it's so weird.
It's crazy.
It's weird.
And
It's
there's
ridiculous.
bigger objects than that.
Yeah,
and it's
our
like
sun's tiny.
Exactly. Like we
stars.
are tiny, right? And
Yeah.
space, like there's so much space in between it. That's why they call it space, right?
Yeah.
So then I was thinking again, like back to like, you know, chemistry and like all my science classes when we were learning about an atom and like and stuff. And I don't really remember, but it was like if we got the nucleus and we made it like the size of a penny, then like the electrons would be like 3 football fields away or something.
Yeah.
So there's like a lot of space.
It's like
in
a
between
whole other universe for
atoms,
germs, yeah.
right?
Or
So I was like, I was
bacteria.
thinking like when we look at atoms, like if atoms could like look back up at us, and like they see all this stuff around them, and they're like, whoa, like all this stuff is so like big and huge, like we can't even comprehend it. What if our universe is something so big and huge we can't even comprehend
Dude,
it?
I've had this thought before. Like, what if we are
See?
in some giant like animal and we are the like the germs
Exactly.
in its body, and
And
that's
we are
why
the
it doesn't
germs.
make any sense.
See, this is what I like it, because you guys get it.
Yes,
You
I've had
guys
this thought
get it,
before.
okay? You
Dude.
guys know.
Okay. Now, when you're talking about the grand scale of things, we have to think about it in these kind of terms. And I always like when people are just discouraged about stuff. Sorry, I had Taco Bell, so I'm like burping. when people get discouraged in life, I'm telling them like, you do realize we're this tiny little thing on this speck of dust floating in the abyss of infinity, right? You know, like you gotta think of it this way, okay? Like, we're on this little planet in this little solar system in this big galaxy in this giant supercluster of galaxies. It just goes on and on and on. The universe itself is like what 200 something billion light years across. It's huge. And then when you're talking about a bigger picture, because we can only see so much, right? Like with the observable universe, we can only see 13.8 billion light years back. That's the oldest light we can see.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, well, we know that what we can see is at least this old. Yeah. But beyond that, you have to think there's got to be multiple universes.
Oh, yeah.
It just doesn't end.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
It doesn't end.
So
then
if
you
there
get
was
into
an
the-
end, there would have to be something on the other side of that end. You
Yeah.
know?
Exactly.
Like if it's a
Like-
wall, what's on the other side of the wall?
Exactly.
Like there's
Yeah,
more.
watch the
like,
video about that in
yeah.
astronomy. I was
So what
about
I'm
to say
saying is, you go on further from the multiverse, right? The multiverse is infinite.
Exactly.
Right? But so where it gets crazy, mathematically, they say there can be up to like 12 different spatial dimensions.
Yeah.
We exist in 4 technically, right?
Yeah.
3 is height, width, length,
Yeah.
and then the 4th
We
would
live in
be
the third and
time,
the fourth.
right?
Okay.
So how to explain a 4th dimensional gateway, pretty much, like how you would even explain the 4th dimension? And Neil deGrasse Tyson explains this perfectly. He's like, look, he's like, Monsters
The
Incorporated.
legend himself.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Monsters Incorporated is the perfect representation. They open the door, there's a whole other world on the other side. You close it, look
gone.
behind the door, it's there. That's how that would work. So it would go on and on. So imagine, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 12 is as far as it goes mathematically and still until it starts to break down, right? So I almost think that once it starts to break down, who's to say that it doesn't go further? That it almost becomes like something intangible that you can't physically touch, like almost like thoughts.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like who's like.
Yes, like what if the
thoughts with
13th dimension
mathematics?
and the 14th, 15th, 16th is just like kind of like these weird, strange, like almost thought where, like that Doctor Strange moment where, thought meets matter kind of thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, as I was kind of like, the point here is you have these other spatial dimensions that would mean that those would also be infinite. So it would be literally all of this, everything we see, but another infinity of it, and something we can't even comprehend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? So who's to say, like I almost think, like, if there are all these dimensions, then we're in them. Mm-hmm. We're in all of them already.
Yeah.
Because we're in 3-dimensional space, right?
Yeah, but we're still in.
This table's 2-dimensional, but it exists in 3-dimensional space.
Yeah, I was like, what?
This table is
Or
3D,
the tabletop. I'm sorry, the tabletop.
The top is.
So that means we would exist inside the 4th dimensional and the 5th dimensional, and so on and so forth, right?
But
so
you wouldn't be able to see.
Yeah, we can't see it, but anything, if there are even if there are other life forms possibly in these other dimensions.
But they could see us.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
We can't see them because it doesn't make sense to us, because it's like if you were a 2D object, you can't look up.
You would see just lines.
Yeah,
exactly.
For everything.
Yeah. Like they say, if you were to have a sphere roll around for a two-dimensional creature, it would literally just see a line go
grunge.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Or sorry, not rolling. It would pass through.
Yeah, it would pass through.
Yeah.
I saw that video, and then it was like, and it would show like if a 4th-dimensional sphere went through a 3-dimensional space.
Yeah.
It just kind of showed like the sphere get bigger, but it was like still a sphere.
Yeah, it just looks like it's
and then the
growing
sphere
and then
got
shrinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
It's
it looks
crazy.
like.
Now imagine that in a 5th dimensional 6.
You're hurting my brain already.
Starts breaking down.
Okay, so here's a super weird theory for you.
Okay.
What if we are 4th or 5th dimensional creatures?
How so?
Thoughts and dreams.
Mm.
Think of it this way.
Like,
everything exists in time. The atom doesn't think about the past and it doesn't think about the future because it's locked to the 4th dimension, right?
Okay.
And same thing with most animals. They live in the moment, in the present constantly. But we have the ability to think into the past.
To make plans.
And to plan
look
into the
back
future.
on things.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can look at our memories. We're literally breaking the 4th dimensional wall by looking at our memories. And looking at recordings.
Like when we
shit like that.
Plans,
Okay.
yeah.
So it's almost like what if the thought and the dream are like this other like 5th dimensional part of us.
Right.
Like think of it this way, like you know when you have those really long dreams where you're like, man, that like you wake up real quick, you're like,
that was like
I'm gonna
an
be
hour too long.
That was like 2 hours long. Yeah.
Like the last 3 seconds of
Not even that, dude. Like you think your dream was like 2 hours long or sometimes longer, right? It's like, oh, you've only been asleep for 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
that's gotta be like
your mind literally perceives time differently.
Yeah.
And I think if the only way for that to be possible is if it could transcend it, because you can't like outthink 3 dimensions. You know, like you can't think of a 4th dimensional, thing. Like we don't have dreams that go beyond what this would be. Like it doesn't change.
But it does though, because you can have dreams that like you fly and like weird dreams where things are impossible.
No, I mean like
yeah.
we wouldn't be able to like see past it, like see what a 4th dimensional space would look like.
Well, yeah, it's because you've never seen it though.
Yeah, that's true.
They say
That's
that
true.
you can only dream things that you've seen. Like even random faces in your dream, it's because you've seen that face before. Your brain can't make up a face or like a picture. Like you have to have seen it for it to.
That's always so
yeah,
crazy, right?
it's interesting.
It's like,
so like a random person you saw walking down the street when you were like 2 years old could show up in your dream as something else. And be like, I don't know who that was, but
I've seen it.
apparently I saw them at some point in my life.
Okay, your subconscious mind makes like a note of
like
them.
the memories. Yeah.
But what about when you see things that you've never seen, like impossible images, like almost like artistic? Because you gotta think like, what is the imagination? You know, like what is that? Like even beyond dream, like how can I take a paper and draw something I've never seen before? Like I can't do it. She could probably do it because she's a good artist. But I can't draw anything. Man, I can draw a stick figure.
Well, that's the weird thing though. You can't really draw things you haven't seen though. Like you can make up like designs and like it's weird. Like if you think about it really though, like if I haven't seen it, like I can't just like make something up. Like I can combine a bunch of things I've seen and make something new, but it's not like something completely unseen. But we're still,
you know, we're still making something new though. We're still inventing.
Yeah, but if you really think about it, it's like you're still drawing something you haven't seen before because like it's gonna be a little different from what the original thing is.
Yeah,
so no matter
but
what, it's
think
gonna
of
be
it
something
like,
you haven't seen before.
You could do like 2 + 3 = 4. Or like that, you can take all these numbers and make a new thing, but you can't create a whole new number. And like, you know, like you're taking things you've seen and creating something compared to like completely creating something new. You know, I don't know if that was a good way to say that.
No,
but
that makes sense.
2 plus 3 = 4.
Well, you know, I'm saying like numbers. Like you can't just like
just
boom, another number. You know.
5.
Whole new equation. Like, no.
Back to the dream thing, you know, Billie Eilish said it best. You know, when we all fall asleep,
where do we go? Yeah, it's weird.
Where do we go?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've been
I've
been having some crazy dreams.
Really?
Oh yeah.
And I
Tyler
can't.
always has the weirdest dreams.
And some of them, I'm just like. I almost feel like if there is
Do you ever see fish?
we
people?
have a crazy.
Do you ever see fish people?
Fish people?
Yeah, I don't know.
Fish people.
No. Dude, Lexi and I have this
okay.
crazy theory, and it's just food for thought. We don't actually truly believe this.
Yeah, we just like thinking.
We like thinking about this though.
Sure. No.
It's a deja vu theory.
Okay.
This
So-
one's crazy. This one's so
All right, I'm
crazy.
listening. I'm ready.
All right, so the deja vu theory that we've, or should I say hypothesis? No.
Hypothesis.
So now let's say that you exist. You pretty much, our consciousness has always existed, right? So there is no beginning or end. So our life is just something that we do when we're bored in this God state, pretty much, right? So the period before life and the period after life are the same. They're the same thing.
Yeah.
So
we've seen it all.
let's say you're this super complex thing that's immortal and, you know, almost infinite knowledge, or maybe you don't know everything and you want to know more, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I'm gonna break myself apart into like a million pieces,
Like endless shards
or
of
billions.
yourself.
Yeah, billions of pieces of yourself, right? And I'm gonna spread all these pieces of myself through the multiverse.
Okay.
And through all the states of wherever, just all over the place, right? So then, when you dream, you visit those parts. So every time you dream, you're going into another piece of yourself somewhere in the multiverse, on some other timeline, or some other, you know, a place where a different dimensional place that has completely different physics. So you can fly, and you can do all these things, and you can control.
Or even like your personality is completely different.
Yeah.
Like I've had dreams like that. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
the dog.
Then take this further and say, okay, but if you could visit all parts of yourself through the multiverse, wouldn't that mean that
The
other
others
parts of yourself
could visit you? And that
Deja
is
vu.
what deja vu. When you get deja vu, that's when there's another piece of you dreaming and seeing through
And
your
it's
reality.
but it's
So you're like, I feel like I've been here before.
No,
it's because there's two pieces
it's when
of
they
you at once
realize,
seeing it.
but it's when
Yeah.
they realize you're dreaming. Like that version of yourself is like, oh, I'm dreaming, and then you're like,
Deja vu.
wait a minute.
Deja vu.
I've seen this
Yeah.
before. So then all of a sudden,
It's
when you,
because you're seeing it in double, technically.
yeah. So then when you die, all these pieces go, and then you're back in
Come
this.
back together and you're like, whoa. I'm
Yeah.
just dude.
And yeah.
You just do it because you're
That
bored.
was like the craziest theory we ever came up with. But
yeah.
yeah, it makes sense though, right?
Oh,
like in
God.
a way.
I'm glad I got my reaction because I was like, oh,
like you can see me getting
it.
You
Yeah.
can see me getting
It's whack. It's whack.
whack.
But that's the thing. Like, what if people don't know? This could be our single state of consciousness, or we could exist in billions of parts all across the universe or the multiverse, and that's maybe dream is that portal. You know, like you were talking about other worlds. Like, what if your mind is literally just this seer? It's like it's just this antenna.
Yeah.
You know, like think of it this way: like your computer is a screen, right? That's our body, but everything coming into it is the internet. The internet is everywhere. That's how consciousness would be everywhere.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but it's just food for thought.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Wow.
Nobody
Yeah,
knows.
we were talking about different worlds. We didn't even finish that conversation.
we got
Bacteria?
sidetracked.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, what was that topic we were gonna talk about?
Okay. Different worlds. Okay. Like my mom, our mom, our mom. We were saying like.
Yeah, she's
Mom-in-law.
she's your mom
I'm
now
just
too.
kidding.
Yeah. Anyway.
What's she talking about?
Okay, so she was like, yeah, in Aquaman, how like they go down into the big trench or like the Marina Trench, I guess. And then like they go through this water tornado.
Or Mariana Trench. Right?
He said it right. You're
Marina? No, it's the Mariana Trench.
Oh, it's Mariana's, yeah.
Right?
Marinara.
Marinara.
The Marinara Trench.
Marinara Trench.
Okay, we're getting
the mozzarella trench. Okay. Anyway, so it was like go through a water tornado or whatever, and then they come out in this different world or whatever. Like, I definitely think that stuff's crazy because it's like we know nothing about our ocean. What's down there?
Right?
Nobody knows.
We've seen like 20% of it. There could be creatures that look like the actual aliens that we draw that live underwater. Like, there could be so much.
Did you guys know we've explored more of space than we have our own oceans?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like, what?
Like, why? Why
like,
can't...
Our ocean's huge.
A lot of it's unreachable, yeah.
It's the pressure.
It's
It's too intense. Like, the furthest, like...
Haven't they gone to the bottom of Mariana's Trench, though?
I'm not sure.
They have, because...
But, even if they have, though, it would take so long to be able to, like, actually scout all of that, you know? To actually map it out. Like, you think about it, like, there's still places, you know, in Alaska that I'm sure no one's touched before, and that's on land. And the ocean makes, 70% of the Earth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how long it'll take for them to figure it out. Yeah.
I think there's probably a lot of mysteries down there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And it's like, there's like crazy animals and stuff down there. Like, scientists, I learned this back in school. But
Back in school.
I already told Lexi about this, but I know. I meant back in like other grade. Anyway, I was talking to Lexi about this. And it was like
high school.
Scientists used to think that we needed like 3 things to live, and it was like something to breathe, like air, water, something to like nurture.
Yeah.
Nutrition?
Nutrition type thing, like food and water. And then we need light. But that third thing was totally like scratched away when we found like
life.
When we found like wow, I cannot speak. When we found fish and like the bottom of the ocean where it's just pitch black and the pressure is like super intense and they're just swimming.
And they're living. And they're
just
doing
living.
it.
Well, do you know why they don't need light? It's because they eat things that get light. So like the plankton or whatever has light, comes all the way down or whatever it is, and they end up feeding on it, or they feed on dead carcasses that fall down.
I don't know.
Something like that.
They're bottom feeders.
Bottom feeders. No, it's bottom feeders.
They're like
bottom feeders.
Like in SpongeBob when he gets to rock bottom.
That's my whole life. I reference SpongeBob every sentence.
I just realized that
SpongeBob.
Dude, that episode's like
Can't understand your
like
accent.
metaphoric. Dude, what if that SpongeBob episode is like really metaphoric? Like SpongeBob hit rock bottom, dude. And he had to figure out how to get out. Even though it was impossible, it seemed impossible to go up that straight uphill. He still did it. Yeah. And that's why SpongeBob is the most inspirational children's cartoon.
Honestly.
Except for Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Except for Avatar:
The Last Airbender.
I love that show.
That was, that's not even just the best cartoon. That's the best show ever. That's the best cinematic thing anyone has ever done.
That's my favorite show. It's my favorite show. It's so good.
That's because
we should watch it again.
Dude, let's watch it tonight.
We've already watched it twice.
They've already watched it twice. I rewatched it over the summer. Anyway, but yeah, like my English teacher, he loves it, right? So like he'll incorporate it in like some lessons and stuff.
That's awesome.
Like we were talking about like
your English teacher deserves a raise.
Our English teacher's so cool, but
speaking of which, real quick on teachers, dude, did you realize? wait. This one's quick. Did you realize that your lunches aren't for you guys?
They're so teachers can have their mandatory break.
Yeah, it's workers' law.
Oh.
Everybody needs a break in 8 hours. You need a 30-minute break, so teachers get that because they're workers.
Right.
It has nothing to do with feeding children. Because children have no rights, honestly. Like, children just don't have rights.
That's true. They could just not give us lunch, huh?
Yeah, probably. No. Anyway, sorry. That's what you were saying, dude.
So like my English teacher was talking about like round characters and like how Zuko is like a round character or something because like he changed a lot throughout the story. Yeah. And I was like, hey, Zuko, like, yeah, I got you, right? And then like today, like way back at like the beginning of the school year, we watched the first episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and he went in and like showed us like all the good things, and it was like literally just watching 15 minutes. He's like, we know who the main character is, we know like how everybody acts, we know who the villain is, we know why the villain's going after the main, like we just know everything, and it doesn't seem rushed, and you still get character development just in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's such a good show.
And it's
They
like,
set it up
dude, it's a
perfectly.
masterpiece.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
But anyway,
They're
hold
gonna
on.
If you haven't
Then-
watched it,
then today,
go watch it.
go
Go
watch
watch
it
it
right
now.
now. They're doing a live action.
I know they're doing a live action on
It better be
Netflix.
good.
But it's going to be by the same people.
I know,
It's
so
gonna
it's
be
gotta
good.
be good.
No,
It's
M.
more
Night
of a
Shyamalan.
question of if the actors are going to be good.
I kept
But-
saying that Marvel should make it because they
That'd
have
be
really
so
good
cool.
effects, like
Honestly,
like
that'd be
Doctor
sick.
Strange kind of stuff. Like they could pull it off. Like
Right?
That'd be sick.
Especially
That'd
like
be so
Spirit
good.
World kind of stuff.
oh yeah,
Oh,
like they can
that'd
make
be
it
sick.
dope.
How are they
Anyway,
going to do
today-
the Spirit World?
In the live action.
Yeah, that one's
Probably
going to be kind
with
of
cool
hard.
stuff. I mean, like, when you think about it, Stranger Things has, like, some pretty good effects.
That's true.
So I
yeah.
bet, like, it's, like, it'll be that type quality.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure
Sounds
they're going to
good.
dump so much money into it. Avatar was a
Oh, they
big
should,
hit.
Oh, yeah.
dude. I bet that's
It was
gonna
a
make
while
so
ago,
much
though,
money
yeah.
if it's good.
If it's good.
From
Yeah.
what I've heard, I'm not sure if it's true, but they're going to be splitting the seasons in half.
Really.
Yeah, they're going to do like 6 seasons technically.
Oh,
So like the
really?
first season would go all the way up until I can't remember.
Don't spoil stuff.
It goes up to something, and then it pretty much splits the whole,
and then
water.
the
into
second
2.
season will end,
Like
like,
the books.
when
And
Aang
water.
is out
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
Northern Water Tribe and stuff.
Mhm.
Okay. Anyway,
That's what I heard.
so yeah, today, my English teacher, we were learning about like poems and stuff, and then we got to the haiku part, and then he played the Sokka clip.
Dude, I want to be friends with your English teacher.
He's
You're going
cool,
to drink
he's
some beer
cool.
with him or something.
Nah, I don't know about that one.
Okay,
not.
you
He's
don't
kinda
know,
like-
man. Okay. You have no clue what teachers are like outside of
No,
school.
don't,
Trust
don't,
me.
don't.
Guess what? I
tell
follow.
them.
Hold on,
Okay,
I
we-
follow his dog's Instagram. Alright, I'm not even joking. His dog has an
Really?
Instagram. His name is Blue, and the Instagram is Bluecifer, and I'm following him.
All
Okay,
right.
I'm mad because this whole time I didn't know Kai had a freaking Facebook.
He had a Facebook. He's
Oh yeah, I
I'm
forgot
so
about
upset.
that.
I like saw it in my like people you may know. I was like, what?
Kai, bro.
Kai has a Facebook.
I honestly forgot about it.
You gotta
I
make a
made
Roscoe
that
page.
when I was like in 7th grade or something.
Yeah.
So
was so
I'm not
bad.
gonna
Anyway.
I'm not gonna give too much information.
Your teacher was a drug dealer.
No.
Yes,
Okay,
no.
so there's this dude that I know. Sorry, battery died. Okay, so this dude I know, and dude's a 6th grade teacher, and he's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so cool. At first, I was like, this guy's kind of weird because he came over to our house one time, and he was like hammer,
He's some
Yo,
crazy
yeah.
dude.
Hammer.
Sixth grade teacher.
and he brought his pug with him. And he was like talking like this, and he's like, yeah, man. Like, I
Didn't he
just-
leave his pug?
Yeah,
He left his pug.
pug twice.
at our house?
We were having a party
'Cause
and
he-
I like
he lives,
randomly
like,
see this
around,
pug and he
you
just
know.
walks and leaves. I'm like, dude, you left your dog. So we took it back to his
Yeah.
house and he comes back and
So-
leaves him again.
Yeah, so
I'm like,
at first
oh
I was
my
like, all right,
God.
this guy's. I'm like,
That's funny.
I'm like,
This
that's
guy's
interesting,
crazy.
right? So then he ends up hanging out with us again. He leaves a bass at our house for like weeks.
And an amp, didn't he?
Yeah, and an amp. And now he's had a guitar at our house for like 3 months.
Yeah, we finally
Yeah.
brought his like amp and his bass back, and then
Yeah.
like he comes over like the next day after we bring it back, and
brings
he
it
leaves his acoustic guitar. It's still at our house.
Yeah.
That's
And that was
But
like
anyway,
2 months ago.
So he came over like last week, and he just like decided to go jam with some of our roommates. You know, they were playing downstairs, and he's like, "Let me take the mic." I was like,
I recorded
Alright.
it. I'll show you
Right, I think I saw it.
was
It's
so funny. Yeah.
awesome,
He
dude.
was like-
he's
he's
all
crazy.
drunk,
It's
and he's just
crazy.
screaming in the mic. He just let go.
He
Yeah,
does
wasn't he
not
just
have a care in the
screaming?
world.
Yeah, no, he was just like, yeah, yeah. He was just like singing and
That's great.
screaming. I'm like, I'm gonna applaud this dude because he
Yeah.
just knows how to
He does
like.
not
was
have a
it good?
care in the world.
He was good.
No, but it was fun.
Wow.
But it was
It was really
entertaining.
fun.
It was fun, and that's
I
Yeah.
would pay to go watch this guy.
Yeah, it was
Oh my
great,
God.
but he's a 6th grade teacher.
Sixth
Yeah.
And he wants to teach 3rd grade.
Ah.
Yeah, he teaches children.
Why? Because 6th grade students are just
Maybe they.
bigger, stinkier 3rd graders. in his
Quote.
word.
Oh,
Quote.
yeah.
Quote.
That was
I
what
bet,
he's.
honestly, yeah, I see it. Because I
Yeah.
didn't really like start to change until like 7.
He said they have more opinions, so they're harder to deal with. He's like, I like the younger ones. They just do what you
Yeah,
say.
but he's probably, I'm sure he's like, okay, kids, so today we're gonna learn about math,
Right.
you know. And then he comes to our house, he's like,
Parties.
just go, I'm gonna leave my
Invite
pug
him
here.
Oh my god, that's.
Oh, we
funny.
should have him come over tomorrow. Yeah, for sure. So, or
What time?
I guess we're having a party on Saturday or something.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Come to our party. Come to our party.
Yeah. Eat Cheez-Its while everyone else drinks. Because
Oh.
you're too young.
I don't even know if I was gonna go in the first place, but
You don't have to.
Okay.
anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
teachers.
this third grade teacher. Yeah, but my English teacher, yeah, he can be pretty cool. I got his dog's Instagram account because like, I don't really remember how it went down. He was talking about his dog, and he'll do like journal prompts. Is that a hair?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a clean mug. Anyway,
When you have long hair, it just... No, it was on the side of the mug.
Oh,
It
okay.
just
It's his own
sticks
hair.
to everything. Yeah. And it's condensating, so it just kind of... You know?
Anyway, so yeah, he was like had a journal prompt about like his dog and stuff.
Mhm.
And then I don't know how it got brought up, but we were talking about his dog, and then he's like, "Yeah, my wife actually has an Instagram account of my dog," and I was like, "Can I follow it?" And he was like, "If you want." And then like, it's funny because I like see pictures of him holding his dog, and he has this big smile on his face, and I'm like, that's my teacher. He has a life outside of school.
Right? It's weird to think about.
It
Teachers,
really
it's
is.
like, what? Like, what?
Especially when you're older and you start becoming friends with teachers. It's really weird.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird.
It's like, what?
That's the weirdest thing. Getting older, like all the people that you thought like had their crap together, they're not. Nobody
No
knows.
one
Yeah,
is.
exactly.
Nobody knows what they're doing.
No
Like
one-
I read this thing, and it was like when I was a kid, I used to think my parents know everything, and my
Yeah.
parents like knew exactly what they were doing. They got everything together. And now that I'm getting older, it's like they know nothing.
Yeah, I remember being in like
It's like,
elementary
I know
school
nothing.
and
They
thinking
know
high
nothing.
schoolers were like they knew everything. Like
Right.
they were
Right.
adults to me.
Right.
Like
It's
high
like-
schoolers were like
I know.
No.
Like, I
basically
remember, like,
adults, but then you get in high school, you're like, no, we're all
Dude,
still children.
I know, and it's like also I
even
remember
at,
like
even at 22, I'm like there's people I talk to in their 40s or 50s, and I'm like, oh man, I got a long way to go.
Right.
Yeah, like it's just
still got so
Yeah.
long, huh?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
pretty crazy. But it's like, yeah, and it's.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty plug right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nobody
My
understands.
man.
It's
My man.
Yeah,
Yeah, got
it's
it.
when Jerry's in the freaking
Oh,
simulator.
Yeah.
Me and Tyler do that all the time.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyway, oh my
Just
god.
to hope,
Okay.
just to hope that she thinks she's in a
Ah.
simulator for a second,
What were we talking about?
running on 10% or whatever it was.
I know. It's like just put them on.
Yeah, Rick and Morty and Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Watch the
Best,
show.
best things ever,
They
man.
really are good. I've been rewatching Adventure Time, and it's been
Adventure
god,
Time.
it's been so great. It's been so. I was gonna say something, but whatever. Adventure Time. Yeah, it's been so great because it's like I've made it through like half the series now,
Mhm.
and it's like I'm starting to get to the episodes where like I kind of stopped watching TV, so it's like they're becoming new episodes for me. And it's like
Yeah.
I haven't seen these. Like this is
Yeah.
great.
You're like, yes.
It's gonna be
new
great. I can't
content.
wait. I can't wait till I see it all. But yeah, anyway, I wish I could remember what I was gonna say.
Does Adventure Time even have like a storyline, or is it different like every
Um,
episode?
They have like the different every episode ones where they have like a storyline every episode.
Yeah.
But then they have like
Is there like an
especially in the later
overall
seasons.
like?
Well, like in the later seasons, I think they'll have like series. They'll have like 6 episodes of just one storyline.
Yeah.
And
that
then
makes
like
sense.
the next 6 episodes will be one storyline.
I
And
always
then they'll
like
have a
the
random
shows.
episode. And then like 6 like
Yeah. I love shows that have like their individual episodes,
Oh, yeah.
but you can watch it as a whole, and it like Futurama for like example. That
Yeah.
one, like it's weird if you watch it in order. There's like this huge storyline that you'll never
Yeah,
pick up on
exactly.
unless you watch it in order. But you can also watch them
No,
individually.
Adventure
and you
Time.
never think,
Yeah, no, Adventure Time does that too. Like
Yeah.
With The Office.
like they do it. Yeah.
Yeah, like The Office, like a lot of shows. Yeah.
Yeah, like they do it throughout like the first half of the season, and then like I'd say by the second half of the season, it definitely series, not season.
Yeah.
It definitely starts to get like more serious about it,
Mhm.
and it starts to get more
Adventure Time gets serious?
Like, oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, have you
Mhm.
watched Adventure Time? They got some scary stuff in that show, like freaking The Lich or whatever
The
it
Lich,
is.
yeah,
That one freaked
that's
me
the
out.
crazy stuff.
They have
It
some
gets so
crazy
deep.
stuff in that show. You
You
should
You guys
watch
don't even
it.
understand, man.
Shut up,
You
Tyler.
guys were
You're in a band. Get out
no,
of
no,
here.
you
Yeah,
guys,
nobody
you
cares
guys were
about
after
it.
the Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Dude,
man.
I liked
Yeah,
that.
we
Dude,
watched
you're
that.
2 years older
Tyler,
than me.
we're
You
literally
can't even
brothers.
talk.
Don't call me buddy. Don't call
I
me
was
buddy.
in the same
We're
era
literally
as
brothers.
you.
Whatever you watched, I watched.
I'm like the
Yeah, but
perfect
you were-
in between. You're 2 years younger than me, and you're 2 years older than me. I'm
Yeah,
like
two
in the
and a
middle.
Two and a half.
It doesn't matter when you're our age.
Well, anyway. Yeah, that's funny. Man, I wish I could remember what I was gonna say.
Adventure Time?
Come on, grab your friends.
Something like that. Something about that.
It was before that.
Dude, I don't know. We went through. So you know how we were talking about like multiple worlds? We just went through so many worlds.
This is what
through this
happens
whole
when we
podcast.
talk.
We really
It's like,
did.
It's just
I
everywhere.
could talk for hours, really. It's crazy.
Right.
At least I'm not Alex Jones. The globalist.
Return of the Frog's gay.
Child molesters.
Interdimensional child molester. It's like, what?
He's so funny. Does he have a podcast? Is that what all that's
Yeah.
Well,
Is
he
it
doesn't
like
have
a
a
show?
podcast.
Well,
He has a
it's-
show.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's on.
But he actually, the whole Alex Jones case right now is like super weird because
Really?
he got deplatformed.
I
off
heard
of
about
everything.
that, actually. Yeah. I
Really?
heard
Like,
about that.
yeah, he
didn't
only
even know
he
that.
He said
only has his
something dumb.
website.
Oh, really?
What pretty much what he did was he said
Oh, it's
that
because of the Sandy Hook stuff. Huh?
pretty much, yeah. He said that he said it like once that it didn't happen, and then everybody like freaked out about it later
Yeah.
on.
Well,
you know?
yeah.
But they also think like it had to do with other things too, like just his point of view. But he
Right.
got taken off of literally every social media other than his own website. But
Yeah,
he got
that's what I
taken
heard.
off of YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram,
crazy.
everything.
Like,
They
just blocked, like, you can't
Yeah.
use it?
They banned him for life.
Oh, that's weird.
It's super
I've never
weird.
heard of that.
It's really weird, especially when he's the dude talking about conspiracy theories.
Right.
It's like, what?
Maybe he's onto something.
It was the
then.
government. The
Dude,
government shut
okay,
him down.
if
the
you-
frogs are really gay.
No, if you even if you listen
Obama
to him,
turned my
what's
frogs
creepy
gay.
about Alex Jones is he says a lot of true stuff.
Yeah.
Even if 10% of the stuff he says is true, then we should be worried because
Yeah.
it's like, what?
Coming from this dude.
Yeah, and then
It's
there's the people that
crazy.
really take that stuff seriously, which are just dumb.
Okay, do you know
Yeah.
like, what's
super
hilarious
serious.
is he's like the king of conspiracy theories right now, right?
Yeah.
But do you know how you know when your conspiracy theory is complete bullcrap?
How?
When Alex Jones says it's bullcrap.
Yeah, he says it's
So
not
get
true,
this.
it's-
He was talking to
yeah.
this dude Eddie Bravo on Joe Rogan's podcast, pretty much,
Okay.
and I can't remember if he said this exactly, but pretty much along the lines of, flat earther stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, "The Earth isn't flat."
Yeah,
Just
no, it's
screaming,
not flat.
Says the
"It's
Earth
not
isn't
flat. I'm talking about the aliens that are in other dimensions that the globalists are communicating with DMT." Like, going on. Like, it's hilarious. He's like,
Oh,
"Don't
man.
tell me that space is fake and the Earth is flat
I know. Like, literally.
because the
people-
government is letting people eat babies' organs."
Oh,
Gosh.
Alex Jones.
You
what
have
a
to
legend.
watch that documentary on Netflix about the Earth being flat. It is so funny.
Really?
Yeah,
Like,
we
okay.
can't give it away, but
literally-
Okay, I'm not
documentary.
gonna give it away, but it's funny because like the people that are like doing it
The
are really
documentary
serious
is-
about it, but
Yeah.
the people who are recording it, you can tell they don't agree just by the way they edited it. It is
Really?
so funny.
Oh
like
my
the way
God.
that they edit things,
I
it's
can't
like
wait.
Well,
I can't give it
yeah,
away, but you
Alright,
gotta
I'll
watch
watch
it.
it. I'll watch
It'll make
it.
you laugh, especially the end.
Like,
it is
I'll
so
tell you
It's like
one
people-
part in it though. It's super funny because they go to the NASA building
Yeah.
and he goes to like this space machine and they're just making fun of NASA the whole time
Right.
because they're flat earthers, right?
Yeah.
And he's touching this screen. He's like, "Yeah, it won't even start." Like trying to get it to go. He's like, "Yeah, it doesn't even work." And he steps out in the documentary, just like
The
looks
camera
down,
zooms and it says
down.
press here or something.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a button.
Start.
Just start.
like he's just it's
On,
so
on.
funny.
Like, they're so dumb, man.
Yeah,
How
the
could
way
you
that
think
they edit
the
it is
Earth
hilarious.
is flat? Like, literally, people, like, way back 300 BC,
Like it makes sense
all those people
before
were like,
that
"Oh,
they
yeah,
would
the
think
Earth's a
that,
sphere,"
but
you know?
like
there are some crazy... The very first model of the Earth and solar system was a flat disk on an infinite ocean.
Yeah.
That was the first model. And then it turned to, like, some cylinder inside of a cylinder with, like, a cylinder around it. And it was, like, turned into some
Working with a lot
crazy
of
stuff.
crazy
But
I
then
feel like
after
they tried
that,
to
it was like, okay, the
overcomplicate
Earth is
it
a sphere.
so hard.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It's literally
then-
just
No,
a ball.
honestly,
I
the
know.
whole flat Earth thing is just like it's not necessarily that they're stupid
Mm-hmm.
because there are intelligent people who believe in it, right? The problem is critical thinking. They lack in critical thinking and scientific knowledge.
Exactly.
You know, like it's I think it's just a major issue with a lot of things right now. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of issues we have nowadays is because of people's lack to think of it critically and to view it from other points of views.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's so locked in their
They're
mindset, you
dedicated
know,
to
and
that
like
one.
I know you
And to
probably don't know
themselves.
too much about politics, but you know, people are tied to the right or tied to the left, or they're Democrat or they're Republican or
Yeah.
whatever it
And
is.
instead of having a conversation like, oh, maybe you could be right, it's argue.
Yeah, it's just
You're
arguments.
wrong. No, it's
Yeah,
like
they're just
nobody
trying
knows
to
how to
win the
have a
argument.
conversation.
Right?
They're not trying to persuade one another. They're just trying to prove themselves right.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it doesn't matter how differently someone views or how differently someone's views are from yours. It's very possible that you can still learn something from them. You can
Yeah.
change your mind, and that's why people have to keep an open mind.
Exactly.
You know,
yeah.
like you need to
Exactly.
be able to change your mind on subjects. Like I do it all the
To be
time.
able to
Like,
Oh,
admit
yeah,
that
no,
you
for
were
sure.
wrong or realize it and be like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Move
no,
on
for sure.
from it instead of like making a huge deal.
I hate how people are like so like into themselves and like they'll only like certain things.
Well,
Like,
Yeah.
super close-minded.
It's not even
It's
just
like-
themselves though. These people or a
Well,
lot
yeah,
of
they could be
people
the
they
other
tie
stuff, too.
themselves to a whole set of ideological ideas.
Yeah.
And they identify with it. It's this tribalism.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they literally tie themselves to this one thing. Well, I'm Democrat, and all I think of is Democrat or this or that. And then, no, well, I'm a right conservative, and this I believe in this. Like, it's just this inability to adapt, you know?
Yeah.
Their mindset just completely becomes solidified. And it's like, what do you
I
what
think
do
the
you
best
do?
way to
Yeah.
be is just not to put yourself into a group.
Yeah, you just say, oh, well, it's like, ask me a subject, and I'll tell you what I
I
think
feel
about
about
it.
it, but
I'm not going to tell you if
say-
I'm right on that subject or I'm left on
No,
that subject.
Exactly,
Like,
yeah. Be like,
no,
I'll
I
have
agree.
a
I
conversation
agree.
about
Keep an
it,
open
but I'm
mind.
not.
Honestly, open mind with everything.
Yeah,
Like, with
don't belong
whatever
to
it is.
groups.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree. And
If
you
you're
know
gonna
what?
belong to a group, belong to like a group of friends and family, like,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then be willing to have people
Belong
come
to
in,
a group
you know?
that is not a group.
Right.
That made sense in
Yeah.
my head. But,
It is really like that all the time. Like, you know what's the worst is like when you'll say something or like you'll say something and you think it's funny but then nobody will laugh.
Yeah,
And what's
you're
even
like,
worse
well,
than
okay.
that is when like people are kind of talking and then you say something and like people keep talking and then it's like nobody laughs and then you say it again and somebody's
then they
like, why'd you
still
say it
don't.
again?
and they're
That's
like,
the
oh,
worst.
so you did hear me.
Yeah.
It just wasn't
Listen.
At
funny.
least fake laugh. Like, come on.
Do you know what's
Give
even
me
worse
some
than that
pity.
though?
What?
Is when you say something that's actually really funny and nobody hears it. This happens to Lexi all the time.
Yeah.
She's a comedic
And then somebody else
genius.
says it louder.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
she needs to do stand up or something because she says
Tyler's
the
nice about it.
funniest
Be like,
stuff.
everybody shut up, listen to what Lexi just said.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like,
I
Make
do
me
that
say
all
it
the time.
again.
to
Yeah.
people.
People will notice because I'm like busting out. I'm just like, you know, like freaking out. And they're like,
What'd
huh?
you
I'm
say?
like, dude, you gotta hear what she just said. I'm like, this is
No, it's
funny.
totally like that though,
Yeah.
and it's like I'll do that all the time. Like in English class or something, I'll be like, all right, you can present now, and then people on the other table will start talking. And I'm like, hey, she's presenting, all right,
Yeah,
like,
it's
let her
listen,
talk,
like-
Right.
right? It's funny, like, because I don't want anybody to be excluded. 'Cause
Right, that's
it
the
sucks.
worst.
That
Like,
sucks.
that's the worst
And it's
Well,
like,
dude, the people that like say the whole, oh, why did you already say that? Like, there's the people who just disrespectful.
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like, look,
Why'd you
if
say
you're
twice?
really friends, and like, especially you're my brother, so I'll call you out. Right? But if you say something stupid, I'm not just gonna ignore you. Be like, what are you talking about, dude?
Yeah.
I'm like,
And be like,
no.
dude,
And
no.
then it can at least address it. You know?
Yeah.
Like, because I tell you what, it's a
like-
lot better to at least have someone say like, oh no, that's kind of dumb, or that's
Yeah.
than
Like,
to just be
reply
ignored.
to it at
Yeah.
least.
Yours is
Don't
ignored.
just-
It's like, dude, you don't even. Why am I here?
Exactly. If you're
why
not
am
going to
I-
give me the attention, why am I giving you attention?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
It's got to be that 50-50, you know?
Right.
You are special. People care about you, okay?
Yeah.
Don't let anybody think that they don't care about you.
And if
There are people that do.
are not listening to you and not caring about you, find some other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, same goes.
Those aren't your
same goes for
people.
everything else. Like,
Yeah.
if you're in a job that you feel like you're being treated like crap, quit.
Yeah.
There's
Life's
what
a
you
joke.
love, do what you
Everything's
love,
a
do what
joke.
yeah, life's a joke, man.
Don't take it seriously.
We're on a speck of dust, dude, and
Yeah.
we're these teeny little things. Our lives are to the universe meaningless. So we are the ones who make up our own meaning. So give your life meaning.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. Follow your dreams.
It's
Don't
good.
do things that make you unhappy just for money.
Yeah. Don't go chasing items because that'll
Yeah.
make you happy in the moment. But then when you're sitting alone in your, giant mansion that's empty in
Right.
50 years and you have nothing to show for it, then whatever.
Then, yeah.
Everyone's grave sites, everyone's hole in the ground is the same size.
Right.
Unless you're Shaq, I'm sure they'll probably
They'll
they'll have
Unless
to
you're
dude. They'll either
freaking-
have to adjust for that or they'll have to chop them up. What do you think they do?
Unless you're
Adjust,
Cleopatra.
Tyler.
Oh, okay. If
That's
you're,
how I want to be buried. Please make me a pyramid.
A giant.
I
Just
wanna
make
be
me a
cremated
whole
or a
Egyptian
headstone.
tomb.
In the middle
I
of
want the
New
whole
York
deal.
City. In the middle of
Yeah, in the
New York City.
middle.
Dude,
Just want
let's
big
get
pyramid.
let's get a freaking couples pyramid built out,
Screw it. Let's do it.
and like we'll have like it made out of gold and everything.
And we'll have them do the whole ritual, like send me to the afterlife kind of thing.
Yeah.
mummify
Put
us.
cats in my
Cool
grave or
too.
something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that
Yeah.
what they
And
do?
then, okay, do you know what would be hilarious though?
What?
Is if we did that, and then all of a sudden the human race almost gets wiped out. Like, let's say an asteroid hits, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the future evolutionary descendants of humans, like 100,000 years from now, will find our pyramid and be like, "How did the Egyptians get from here to there?
They'll be so
What is
confused.
this? What? What is this?"
That's funny. Okay, well, I think on that, unfortunately, we've run out of time. So,
All right.
yeah.
We'll
Join
make
us
it-
next
Oh, but
week. We're
I
gonna
was-
have
I
them
was gonna say-
again. So
Oh, yeah.
next
We'll be
week.
back.
We're going deeper.
Whether
yeah, for
that's
real.
a
though,
good thing or a bad thing.
do what you
I
want to
don't
do
know.
in life. Don't let anybody tell
Yeah.
you that you have to do something.
Keep it on a good, positive note to end.
You
end it
you
off.
have to drink water. That's about it.
Drink
Yeah.
water. Do what you love. Stay positive. Don't be a jerk.
Yeah,
Yes.
be nice to people.
Be nice. That's a big thing. Okay. Well, anyways,
Cool.
thank you
That's been
everybody
fun,
so
dude.
much for watching / listening. Please,
Subscribe? I don't know.
subscribe.
Hit
Please
that like
subscribe.
button.
I think
Smash the like button.
Smash that like button.
And if you're listening on Spotify, go to YouTube and smash the like button. Subscribe. Yeah, check out my brother's band Saint Raven.
Yeah,
if you want.
I don't scream. It's pretty cool.
It's a rock band. It's cool. It's cool.
It's like-
It's like alternative rock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lexi, you want anything to shout out, like Instagram, Facebook, or something?
I do art, but it's not posted anywhere.
Hey.
So hey.
All right,
Aren't you
that's
gonna
cool.
make a
That's
YouTube
cool.
channel?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that one day. So follow me.
When that happens.
Eventually.
Somewhere. I don't know.
I'll probably edit her videos and make them fun.
Anyway,
You're
Tyler,
like, okay, whatever.
Lexi, brother, soon to be sister-in-law. Right?
Yeah.
We're tying the knot.
Okay.
We're
Well, anyways,
tying
yeah.
This is engagement ring. Yeah.
Ah,
Okay, okay.
Wholesome. You guys are wholesome. Okay.
Tasty.
See ya.
Goodbye.